it's mandatory to have absolute trust that whatever you want to achieve will certainly manifest in your life as and when you expect it to happen. The universe has given you specific dreams and desires simply because you are meant for that. It means the universe which has given you those specific dreams and desires is intending to manifest it in your life. Simply you have not to become an obstruction. And the only way for not becoming an obstacle to the same is that you must have absolute trust that whatever you are dreaming, whatever you are desiring is the will, is the intention of this existence. And so, since the universe is intending to fulfill it, it is bound to be fulfilled. If you have this much of absolute trust, it means you are permitting it, you are not creating an obstacle to it. And once you sincerely trust that this will happen, then all the powers of this universe will unite to turn your desires and dreams into reality. So the fundamental requirement is you must have absolute trust. This is the most essential ingredient for winning everything in life. It has been rightly said, life's battles don't always go to the stronger or faster man. Sooner or later, the man who wins is the man who thinks he can. You can learn about trust from the babies. When parents hold babies in their hands up in the air, the babies smile. They are not afraid of the fact that they can fall down. If you have the similar trust that the existence which has given you these specific dreams and desires will certainly not leave you in the lurch. But the fundamental reason that your dreams are not fulfilled is simply that you are constantly distressed, you are constantly anxious and fearful about the fulfillment of your dreams. You are in a state of absolute distrust, and that is the root cause of the non-fulfillment of your dreams and desires. The placebo effect is most famous in the world of medical science, and it simply suggests that if the patient have got the absolute trust that the right medicine has been administered to him, the patient starts recovering, the patient starts being healed up. However, the fact is that he has not been given the right medicine, he had been given only a fake medicine. But it is the trust that creates the miracles and cures the patient. It is a well-known fact that all the snakes on this earth are not poisonous. Only 3% snakes on this earth are poisonous. 97% of the snakes are non-poisonous. But you will be surprised to know the fact that 99% of the persons dying of snake bite are the persons who are bitten by those snakes who are poisonless. The bite of a poisonless snake kills the man. How so? It is just because the man thinks that he has been bitten by a snake, and the person bitten by a snake is bound to die. This strong belief goes deep down into his mind, heart and soul and becomes a cause of killing the person who has not been bitten by a poisonous snake. And finally, I will like to tell you that you have not to bother at all as to how such big dreams of your life will be fulfilled. The how is not your concern. Leave it totally to the universe. The universe and your subconscious they have got the infinite intelligence to manage the fulfillment of your dreams and desires. If you start thinking as to how it will be done, then it will create an obstacle on the path of fulfillment. But you must have total trust that the universe, in association with your subconscious mind, is going to do even the impossible. For example, Wright brothers invented the aeroplane, but they did not bother to think as to how such thing will happen. Despite the fact that they did not have the technology, they did not have the science, they did not have the infrastructure, they did not have the know-how, but they did not question the possibility of their dream simply because they had total trust that they will do it, they will do it, they will do it. Similarly, if you have total trust that the existence which has given you the dreams, given you the desires, is there, competent enough, intelligent enough to fulfill it, and as a result, it will certainly be fulfilled. Have this total trust, and your trust will create miracles. Finally, the most powerful device for manifestation is to convey the dreams and desires of your conscious mind to the subconscious mind. In fact, your dreams and desires lie dormant into your conscious mind, and until and unless they happen to reach your subconscious mind, it is not only difficult but impossible to transform into reality. Your conscious mind has got 10% powers of your mind, whereas the subconscious mind has got the 90% powers of the mind. Your subconscious mind is capable of transforming any desire and dream into reality. The only condition is it must be properly communicated to the subconscious mind. Once it is communicated, the subconscious mind, in association with the powers of this universe, leads to manifestation of everything whatever has been communicated to it. Your conscious mind has got the power to think and discriminate, but the subconscious mind merely reflects the programs you feed to it in reality. And never forget, the thoughts you think and images you hold in mind repeatedly constitute the program of the subconscious mind. Now the question arises, how is this communication possible? In fact, when you are awake, your conscious mind is active, but when you are sleeping, your subconscious mind is active. However, between these two states, there is one state, the alpha state of mind, in which both the conscious and the subconscious minds are active. In this state, communication between the two is easily possible. Now I will give you two most powerful devices for ensuring this communication between the conscious and the subconscious minds. First, in the morning hours, when you get up from the bed, that is the most valuable moment when your conscious mind and subconscious minds meet. At this moment, whatever you are thinking is very significant, because that automatically reaches your subconscious mind from the conscious mind. Likewise, when you are going to bed in the night, that moment is also very crucial, because your conscious mind is going to sleep and your subconscious mind is going to be active. That is also the meeting point of the conscious and the subconscious mind. That is why Hindus have called these two moments as moments of Sandhya or the Sandhya Kal. These two specific moments, one while getting up from the bed and the other while going to bed to sleep. And they can be utilized for conveying the dreams and desires from the conscious mind to the subconscious mind. Now, how to do it? Just early morning, the moment you get up, do the first thing. Take up the diamond diary and on the left side of the page, start writing what I want to achieve. Every day you have to do this small ritual. Immediately after getting up, you have to start writing what you want to achieve. If you write it sincerely for 90 days, the diamond diary will certainly yield diamonds for you, because whatever you will be thinking and writing at this moment will automatically start slipping from the conscious into the subconscious. And secondly, while going to bed at night, make it a point to go to bed to slip into sleep while reading whatever you have written in the morning. Just go on reading it as to what you want to achieve. The thoughts of what you want to achieve will automatically start passing to the subconscious mind from the conscious mind. This is a very small practice, but if you sincerely adopt it, you will find miracles happening around you, because this is a powerful tool for communicating your dreams and desires from the conscious to the subconscious mind. And then there is the second powerful device, and that is Siddha Kamna Kriya. It is a process of transforming your dreams and desires into reality. Siddha Kamna Kriya is in fact a spiritual process for transforming your dreams and desires into reality. This is highly effective and most powerful device. This is also based on the principle of conveying your dreams and desires from the conscious to the subconscious mind. There is a definite scientific technique through which you can easily enter into the alpha state of mind. And it is with the help of this technique that this spiritual process leads you to the fulfillment of your dreams and desires. Siddha Kamana Kriya is done in 3 steps. Step number 1, the third eye meditation. In this step, you have to sit comfortably, and while sitting, you have to keep in mind that with the spine erect, your whole body in a state of total relaxation, you have to close your eyes. With eyes closed, you have to watch on the midpoint between the eyebrows as if you are looking with both the eyes on that point. And you have to keep your head slightly upturned like this. And for 10 minutes, you have to remain in this posture with your spine erect, body let loose, your head slightly upturned, and with eyes closed, you are watching on the midpoint between the eyebrows as if you are looking there with both the eyes. And you have to continue in this state for 10 minutes. Within 10 minutes, your subconscious mind becomes active. And now it is a position when you can communicate anything from the conscious mind to the subconscious mind. Now the question arises, in the first step, your subconscious mind has become active. And now the second step, that is visualization. Here, with eyes closed, you have to visualize that whatever you wanted to achieve, you have already achieved. And at the same time, you have to feel the joy of having achieved it also. Whatever you wanted to achieve, you have already achieved it, and you are feeling the joy of having achieved it. This is the second stage of visualization. Here you should vividly visualize. You should visualize in each and every detail that whatever you wanted, you have already achieved it. Suppose you wanted to achieve a house of 10 bedrooms with one swimming pool and a big lawn. Then, with eyes closed, you have to visualize that you have already become the owner of that dream house, that your children are taking a bath in the swimming pool, your friends have come, you are offering them a cup of coffee in the drawing room of that house, and then after having finished the coffee, you are walking with them on the lawns of that house, and then you are taking them to the swimming pool where your children are enjoying. And then one by one you are taking your friends into all the bedrooms of the house, and they all are appreciating the beauty of the house, the grandeur of the house, and you are enjoying the achievement of that house. You are in a state of total joy. You are feeling the joy of having achieved your dream. This is the state of right visualization. You have to feel it passionately. You have not only to think intellectually, but you have to visualize it, feeling emotionally in a state of total joy. You have to visualize it with your whole heart. Wholeheartedly, you are feeling joyful. So this is the second stage of visualization. That you have to do for about 5 minutes. Finally, the third step. The third step is expression of gratitude to the existence, to the Almighty, or to the Guru. Here, for about 1 minute, you are in a state of total gratitude, in a state of thankfulness to the existence for the achievement of your dream house, for the achievement or fulfillment of your desire. Be in a state of total thankfulness for achieving the fulfillment of your dream. You must practice this Kriya once or twice every day for the earliest fulfillment of your dreams and desires in life. Do it till the fulfillment of your dreams and desires. Thank you.